No, and some of those people work for the NFL. That's the crazy
Yes,
part.
yes, yes. I'm looking at you, Adam Rank.
I
I'm putting you on blast, my guy.
I unfollowed him because I'm like, I love how you're passionate about the Bears. Great for you. You work for the NFL. That's a job we'd all want. Like his job, I would want.
He didn't. I finally realized the man doesn't know what he's doing when he didn't know what a catch was.
That too. That
There
too.
was it was against Cleveland. David Njoku, his touchdown catch early on in the day in the first half. If you remember, there was like that little bit of a weird, like he had that second step where it had his toe come down first, but his heel dropped out of
Mhm.
bounds.
Yep.
And he went, well, it's not a catch. His full foot wasn't in bounds. And everyone's like, you idiot. Toe drags aren't a full foot. How the hell are you not grasping that you just need part of the foot to touch first
I know. I don't know how
to count?
people like him and
And he
Nick
works for the
Wright,
NFL. He works for NFL Network. I'm like, how do you not know that?
people like
You
him and
know?
people like him and Nick Wright. I'm like, how do you have a job in sports when I'm sitting here like
And I get to watch Nick Wright pretty much every day, and you know that.
I know you can't say anything.
I can't avoid it. I am stuck listening to Nick Wright. I have no choice.
Yeah, you
But at
can't
least I
say
can
anything.
avoid Adam on Twitter.
I unfollowed him and it's been one of the best things ever. Now, when I did that, he still popped up because it was Bears related, but now I'm to the point it's finally to the point now where a lot of these things are not popping up anymore. And my life is so much better
Mm-hmm.
because of it, because I don't have to see the idiocy of Mr. Rank or whatever the hell is. I don't even care what his name is. His name should be fired. That's what his name should be.
Adam fired.
Adam fired from anything talking. Stick to his podcast, which is way
No,
better
my,
than
my, my
mine.
thing is stick to fantasy football where he usually does his work on NFL Network because I think you're better off covering that and not wanting to cover not knowing what a catch. Like again, you work for NFL Network, you better know what a catch looks like. It is like it's silly to some people. Like, why are you so buzzed about it? Because on the resumes when you are applying to places like this, you better be like an expert at football if you're an on-air personality like that. You know,
Right.
so like that bugged me that he's like, well, it's not a catch. Yeah, it is. By NFL rule, a toe drag or a toe touching down first is a catch. Please check back on your knowledge of the NFL rulebook. Why do I have to talk to you? Like, this isn't just me. It's like a bunch of people. Same thing. Why do we have to discuss this with you? You work with the network that covers the NFL exclusively. You
Mhm.
should know this like the back of your hand. You know, put your fandom aside for 5 seconds and look at what's going on screen, my guy.
I know, but like I said, when I first ever saw him, loved the Bear passion. Like, okay, cool.
Right, and that's fine, but like to
But
me,
there's a
you can
difference
be a
between
fan and you can be rational about watching
yes,
football too.
yes,
You know,
yes.
it doesn't have to be absolutes. You see how it goes back to absolutes. There can be gray area, you
Yep.
know? It doesn't have to be blind fandom. You can be a fan and also go, "Oh yeah, that was a touchdown," you know?
I think for him, he
Yeah.
saw that he was getting more traction when he was defending Justin Fields publicly. Like we said, they wanted every
It does get
network,
clicks. It does get clicks for people.
every network wanted Justin Fields to be so good, so bad right now. And I think he saw it and said, well, I'm going to go on TV and defend him and say these things and argue with anybody who says different. And I'm going to go here. I'm going to start my podcast and go here, here, here. And he became a mental person in the Chicago Bears thing in NFL where it was like, I think he's lost his mind. If you watch him, I think he literally lost his mind. And when you don't know what a catch is, you don't need to work. You know what? You don't need to work for the NFL Network anymore. You need to go work for baseball. Go do baseball. Go do something else. You don't need
Yes.
to be working for the NFL Network anymore for anything if you don't know
It's
that.
time to stop.
Hey, does he know that a catch also means if your elbow and toe hit the ground, that's a catch? Does he know that? Does he know when your whole
I hope so, but he didn't know a toe drag counts or a toe touching down counts. So what do I know? Because it's not like we said it and he changed his mind. He like doubled down on this that day. He was like dead certain. And I'm like, no, you clearly don't know what you're talking about. You admitted you don't know what you're talking about. But that it is what it is. Like